What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And this week is a doozy. Bungie got into a huge controversy, the new Solstice of Heroes event was just officially announced, and we have a mid-season update arriving soon, and so let's get started. But just before we do, guys, I'm pretty smooth. When I first met my wife, I brought her into my Nana's basement, and next to the table I was sorting my Magic the Gathering cards on, I told her I was gonna be an up-and-coming Destiny YouTuber. So obviously she was pretty smitten, and I mean that's
that was not smooth.
It wasn't?
No, not at all.
Oh. Well, at least today's sponsor Manscaped can help you get literally smooth thanks to the Ultra Smooth package. It's gonna come with the crop exfoliator and the crop gel to help you get a close shave with your crop shaver. Extra wide gel strips to reduce irritation, as well as a rotating head to help you get those perfect angles, and 5 replacement blades. Listen, go from a prickly pear to a cool cucumber, if you know what I'm saying. And once you get that perfect close shave, you're gonna need the Manscaped Boxers 2.0. Let me just, These things are fantastic thanks to their jewel pouch and anti-chafing material. They come in 6 different color combinations and are a perfect pair with the Ultra Smooth package. So why don't you pick up one or both today by clicking the link in the description down below, and if you do, you're gonna get 20% off your purchase and free international shipping. Let's get smooth together, gamers. Alright, now first things first, what's been going on in-game this week? Well, at the Tuesday weekly reset, the new exotic catalyst for the new exotic weapon, the Wicked Implement Scout Rifle, became available to acquire from Tier 7 reward chests within the Deep Dives event. If you guys want to know more about that, including what exactly it does and if it's any good, I did do a video going over those things. It is linked up above. Now, in addition to that, also happening this week is Iron Banner, and this is the final Iron Banner of Season of the Deep, so if you're still chasing any IB loot, this is your last week to get it done. Now, moving on from there, guys, a big controversy happened this week, and that is this person tweeted out the following. Nice to see that Bungie are now monetizing mods, and provides 3 pictures of evidence. So you can see right here with this person's mark, they have a locked armor mod and you need Guardian rank 7. However, to get Guardian rank 7, you need to increase the reputation level of the sonar station. But to do so, all the things that increase your reputation level are locked behind the Season's Pass for Season of the Deep. So you literally cannot get to rank 7 to unlock these armor mods unless you buy Season of the Deep. And obviously, for a new player experience, this is not it. And the whole community got very upset by this, saying you shouldn't have to pay just to get access to the mods to enable your builds, because what is actually locked is all of the different armor charge mods that can go on this Titan mark. So like you literally can't have stuff like time dilation or any of those things on your character. And after a couple of days of outrage, Bungie did reply via their Destiny 2 team Twitter account saying, "We are aware of an armor mod that is unavailable for players who do not own Lightfall or the Season's Pass due to certain Guardian rank requirements. This was not intended, and the team is working on removing the rank requirement as soon as possible." Now, in response to this, I've seen a bunch of conspiracy theories that Bungie did intend for this, but then people found out, and so now they're removing it, all of that stuff. Honestly, I don't exactly think that's true. I'm going to take Bungie at their word, and honestly, I think the biggest conspiracy is that there is no conspiracy. And by that I mean, this whole event shows us that not a single person from the quality assurance team went into the Guardian ranks to ensure that this wouldn't happen, or if they did, they didn't even notice it. And it took this long through the season before someone finally reported this. Guys, how many brand new players got to this point and just thought this is how the game functions, right? So obviously this is a huge issue. Bungie's gonna have to spend the resources to make sure that people are actually going through what the Guardian ranks are and making sure that these issues won't happen again. So hopefully this is removed as soon as possible, and again, hopefully it doesn't happen in the future. But moving on from there, guys, from some Bungie controversy to a massive Bungie W. There was a huge court case recently that Bungie won, where, as you can see, someone was ordered to pay nearly $500,000 in damages for harassing a Bungie community manager. Now, you can see right here from the court document, this was not like Twitter replies. They were doxing this person. They were harassing themselves and their family. They were sending pizza to them, showing they know the real world address and they were willing to do things in the real world, combined with racist attacks and all these terrible things. So this was some absolute psychopath behavior. And yeah, it turns out the court ruled that no, you can't just do that. You can't completely harass someone just because of what their employer does. I think a lot of people forget when you're dealing with community managers, their job is just to pass on feedback to the dev team. The dev team can take that feedback and enact change. And the community managers just are the lightning rod for some of the most insane attacks I have ever seen. So hopefully this will dissuade people from acting like psychopaths in the future, because guys, like, this is part of the reason why Bungie has withdrawn, and we have seen communication lessen over the past little bit, is because they're having incidents like this where people are like doxing them and doing all these terrible things. If that was happening to you, would you be willing to go reach out on Twitter all the time? Probably not. You're going to withdraw a little bit. So hopefully this will give Bungie a little bit more confidence back to start that communication up again, because it's a vicious cycle, right? People are toxic, and so communication lessens, and communication lessens so people become more toxic. So hopefully this can break the cycle. But moving on from there, guys, to the brand new information within the TWAB. First of all, we have the Bungie Day Giving Festival going on, and so Bungie says prize weeks kick off today, and the first item up for grabs is a signed Lightfall Collector's Edition. Any donation with a minimum of $1 USD received from these time periods will receive an entry to win this day's prize. And you can see right here, here's the full schedule of all of the different prizes that you can win. And right here we have the Savathun Witch Queen statue at 11.5 inches, like one of the things you can win. Very, very cool. Now moving on from there, guys, coming very soon, which is going to be on the 18th, so that's the upcoming Tuesday, we have the mid-season update. But they say today we have a couple of patch notes that they managed to sneak in. So first of all, they're going to fix a few out-of-bounds spots on various maps, and for Whisper of Chains, they're reducing the damage in PvP from 15% a damage reduction down to 5, so nerf for Whisper of Chains. But in addition to that, here are some other big PvP changes coming. First of all, we have some respawning changes, with Bungie saying we've made a number of adjustments to control and clash respawn logic. All Crucible respawn points are evaluated on a number of factors: proximity, sightline to enemy players and owned objectives, etc. So hopefully this is going to improve the spawns and you won't be getting spawn killed as much as you currently are. In addition to that, there's a change to the competitive division matchmaking. They say the other major change we implemented in Season of the Deep was an adjustment to how we placed players in competitive division matches. And they explain how they do that, but they say a few changes we are considering for a future season. Number one, adjusting the rank is going to have a skill limiting so that it doesn't limit at all if you are above your target skill. And number two, loosening up the division points throttling we do if you're too far above and below your target skill, to hopefully make the matchmaking better. But also they have an update here to dynamic skill ranges. So they say, firstly, we have a quick update on the feature we discussed in the TWAB a while back, dynamic skill ranges. This is a feature designed to equalize matchmaking pools during low population times or in low population skill brackets. We built this feature back in Season 19, but there were some issues preventing us from tuning it and getting good data. We finally found a window to turn it on at the start of the Iron Banner a few weeks ago and promptly broke all matchmaking, so they immediately turned it back off. So they say we are fixing the bugs we found and are doing another round of intense testing on it, but are hoping to redeploy in a future season. That's all for now, but we have some exciting reveals for Season 22, they say. Now, moving on from there, guys, there was a vote to pick the next Witherhoard exotic ornament, and this is the winning one, so this will be introduced into the game within a future season. Now, moving on from there, guys, let's talk about Solstice of Heroes. That's right, it starts next week, the 18th, and here's what Bungie says about it. So we're going to have our favorite grandma, Eva Levante, in the tower. You're going to head over to the EAZ, the European Aerial Zone, a unique area that appears every time Solstice is around to fight enemies and earn silver leaves. However, Bungie says last year we streamlined the armor upgrade process for all classes. This year, we worked on the enemy density and overall difficulty of the Bonfire Bash, the activity within the EAZ. You will find that you must work a little harder to light the bonfire. Also, we're implementing 2 new buffs to mix it up even further. So the first one is Firebound. This buff is only available in Bonfire Bash, and when closer to a fire team member, you gain increased recovery and super regeneration. Interesting. And then there's Flare. This buff only available in Bonfire Bash and Vanguard Ops playlists, but rapidly defeating combatants to unleash waves of paracausal fire around you, dealing damage to nearby combatants. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now they also say during Solstice, you can chase down a desired roll on your armor. So, upgrading your Solstice armor requires finding and spending silver leaves, silver ash, and kindling. Here's how you get them. Silver leaves, you earn them by completing activities throughout the game, whatever you want to do. Silver ash, you transform the silver leaves into silver ash by completing the bonfire activities, and you spend silver ash to re-roll armor stats in the armor mod screen. So for kindling, you earn kindling by completing Solstice event challenges within your challenge card, and then you spend kindling to upgrade your armor stat roll potential. Each piece of armor can be upgraded 3 times, so there's 3 different tiers you're taking your armor through. You're going to start off with like a trash set and upgrade it more and more and more. Now, Bungie says, remember, you only need to do this once per armor slot. Every time you upgrade a piece of Solstice armor, this is permanent and shared across all Solstice pieces for that armor slot. So if you upgrade a helmet all the way to tier 3, every Solstice helmet currently in your inventory and any future helmets you earn for that class can now access tier 3 stat rerolls. The new Solstice armor sets feature both free and paid glows like previous years, and just like last year, fully upgrading a piece of armor with kindling will cause it to glow. And here is what they're going to look like. So we have the new Solstice set for the Warlock, look pretty sweet. The new Solstice set for the Hunter, and we can see the new Strand glow being shown off here as well. And lastly, we have the set for the Titan. And one more thing, there's actually a brand new weapon to earn during this event. It's going to be the first ever Strand rocket launcher in the entire game, and you can see it pictured right here. And that overall is going to be pretty cool. I'm very interested to see what roles this rocket launcher can get. And guys, overall, the Solstice event is actually one of the best ways to get high stat armor within the game. Now, unfortunately, it's not Artifice armor, so Artifice armor is still like strictly better than any other armor you can get, but it's a lot harder to get like perfect, stat distributions on Artifice armor, just the way you have to farm it from Master Dungeons. So if you're willing to have a few pieces that aren't Artifice, again, I've seen people with like insane, like 70 stat Solstice armor pieces that have like the perfect distribution. Again, a very, very good opportunity to get those high stat armor rolls. And so guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.